See, the second task will be completed by using two cases. To complete the second task, that is to find the relation between transmitted and reflection coefficient of propagated wave, you need two cases. That is, the cases are using polarization techniques. There are two types of polarizations will be used. One is parallel polarization. Another one is perpendicular polarization. Okay, so in parallel polarization, the incident wave is parallel to plane of incident. In perpendicular polarization, the incident wave is perpendicular to plane of polarization. So for these two cases, we need to derive the reflection and transmission coefficient. So let's see one by one. First is parallel polarization. Or it is also called as p-polarization. So now consider two mediums are lossless mediums here. So both are lossless mediums and this is the boundary. Now I am incidenting, the plane is incidenting on the boundary with the angle theta I. In the same way is reflected back, some portion of the wave is reflected back with the angle theta r, and this is the transmitted or refracted wave with the angle theta t. Let us consider. These are the things what we have already discussed. Ikkada entante, so according to the definition of polarization, parallel polarization, the electric field vector, the electric field is parallel to plane of incident. This is the plane of incident and the electric field is parallel like this, which is EI. This is the propagation vector Ki, and here the propagation vector is Kr, here the propagation vector is Kt, and here the electric field is, this is Er, and this there the electric field is Et. So this incident electric field will have all the components along, this is Z axis, along Z axis, along X axis. So here it is EIZ, here it is EIX with the angle theta I. Similarly, it is also having electric field. The reflected wave also has its electric field along negative Z axis. That's why it is ER minus ERZ, and some component along X axis, that is ERX. Similarly, ETZ, ETX. The angle is theta t. So here this is the plane of incidence and here it is parallel to the plane of incident, which here we are only talking about the electric field. So electric field is parallel to plane of incidence. Okay, the boundary between two medium is xy plane. This is the boundary. Now let us write the expression for incident wave, reflected wave and transmitted wave. So here we are taking the general representation. The incident signal EIS is equals to E naught into e power j omega t is the harmonic representation. In addition to that, we are taking a negative exponential with propagation constant. Okay, where E naught is a first. So only from the previous explanation, we have our electric field component only along X and Z axis, which is Ax cap. minus Eiz into Ay cap. Here along Hy is there. Okay. Into e power j omega t will be written as it is. Eis is where ki bar is the propagation vector and r bar is the position vector. So where r bar is position vector, which is x ax bar plus y ay bar plus z az bar, which is a position vector. Okay, just mention it as it is, ki bar into r bar. So again, from this triangle, Eix is from trigonometric relations Ei naught cos theta I, and Eiz is Ei naught sin theta I. So how these two are derived have already seen in previous explanation. So therefore, just substitute, you'll get Eis is equals to Ei naught cos theta I ax cap minus Ei naught sin theta I az cap into e power j omega t, write it as it is, into e power minus j. What is the propagation vector for incident wave? From the previous lecture, it is beta 1 sin theta I plus beta 1 cos theta I into the position vector is x ax cap plus y ay cap plus z az cap. Here it is ax cap, az cap. Just simplify this here. Beta 1 sin theta I ax cap plus beta 1 cos theta I az cap dot x ax cap plus y ay cap plus z az cap. So you already know that the dot product of like vectors will result 1 and the dot product of two different unit vectors results 0. So here it is ax dot ax or ay dot ay or az dot az is equals to 1 and the dot product of different unit vectors will results 0. So from this we will get finally beta 1 sin theta I into x ax dot ax bar 1 plus beta 1 sin theta y into y ax cap dot ay cap is 0. So if you perform like that, finally you will get beta 1 cos theta I into z. Substitute this one here. You will get Eis is equals to, take A naught as common, cos theta I x cap minus sin theta I az cap into e power j omega t into e power minus j into beta 1 sin theta I x plus beta 1 cos theta I z. Okay, let it be equation number 1. So similarly, the magnetic field component of a incident wave His is equals to, here the magnetic field have its component only along y axis, that is Hi naught into Ay cap e power j omega t into e power minus j ki bar dot r bar. Let it be equation number 2. Directly I am taking. Similarly, for reflected wave, the reflected signal ERS is equals to directly I am writing as ERX AX cap plus ERZ AZ cap into e power j omega t into e power minus j k r bar dot r bar. So again from trigonometric relations, ERX is equals to ER naught into cos theta r and ERZ is equals to ER naught into sin theta r. So if the incident angle is equals to reflected angle, then ERX is equals to ER naught into cos theta I and ERZ is equals to ER naught into sin theta I. Therefore, and you know this vector k r bar dot r bar is equals to k r bar is beta 1 sin theta I into x minus beta 1 cos theta I into z into the position vector is x ax cap, here it is ax cap, az cap, plus yay plus z az cap. So if you perform dot product between these two, you will get beta 1 sin theta 1 into x minus beta 1 cos theta I into z, and y component is 0. Now the final equation becomes ERS is equals to ER naught cos theta r ax cap plus sin theta r az cap into e power j omega t into e power minus j k r bar dot r bar will become beta 1 sin theta I into x minus beta 1 cos theta I into z. Let it be equation number 3. Okay. Similarly, the magnetic field component for reflected wave HRS is equals to HR naught into AY cap into the exponential term is as it is e power j omega t into e power minus j k r bar dot r bar. Let it be equation number 4. Okay, next for transmitted signal. What is the amount of wave transmitted in the sense? Same. Similarly, as it is, I am directly writing here ETS is equals to ETX AX cap plus ETZ AZ cap. So here you will get minus e power j omega t into e power minus j k t bar dot r bar. So the final expression for transmitted component is, take ET naught as common, you will get cos theta t ax cap minus sin theta t az cap into e power j omega t into e power minus j beta 2 sin theta t into x plus beta 2 cos theta t into z. This is equation number 5. And the magnetic field component for a transmitted wave is HTS is equals to HT naught into AY cap into e power j omega t e power minus j kr cap r bar. Let it be equation number 6. So if you observe, the magnetic field representation is common for all. It is HI naught, HR naught, HT naught. Similarly for electric field components also. Now we need to derive the reflection coefficient and transmission coefficient. Okay. So for that, to derive reflection coefficient and transmission coefficient, use boundary conditions. So from the boundary conditions, we know that the tangential component of electric field across the boundary are always continuous. That is, E tan 1 is equals to E tan 2. Here it is. The total electric field in medium 1 is EIX plus ERX is equals to the transmission component is ETX. So what is EIX? EI naught cos theta I plus ER naught cos theta I is equals to ETX is ET naught cos theta T. So therefore from this ET naught is equals to EI naught cos theta I plus ER naught cos theta I divided by cos theta T. Now let it equation number 7. Then same apply for the magnetic field components. So here the magnetic field components are also equal at the boundary. H tan 1 is equals to H tan 2. Here it is H I naught minus H R naught is equals to H T naught. This is same as for your normal incidence. So just convert it into electric field component. There you will get EI naught by eta 1, dr naught by eta 1 is equals to ET naught by eta 2. These are the intrinsic impedance of medium 1 and intrinsic impedance of medium 2. These are the required conditions to derive reflection coefficient and transmission coefficient. Now first let's see the reflection coefficient. So usually the reflection coefficient will be represented with the symbol gamma. Here this reflection coefficient is calculating for the parallel polarization. That's why I am taking gamma parallel. For any type of gamma, the equation is same, which is the ratio of reflected wave to the incident wave. So from here, from equation number 2, EI naught minus ER naught divided by eta 1 is equals to ET naught divided by eta 2. That implies ET naught is equals to eta 2 divided by eta 1 into EI naught minus ER naught. Okay. 7. Just substitute 7 in above equation. We'll get what is ET naught, EI naught cos theta I plus ER naught cos theta I divided by cos theta T is equals to eta 2 by eta 1 into EI naught minus ER naught. Perform cross multiplication, you'll get EI naught into cos theta I plus ER naught into cos theta I is equals to eta 2 minus eta 2 divided by eta 1 into cos theta T into EI naught minus ER naught. So therefore EI naught cos theta I minus ER naught cos theta I is equals to, just multiply the entire term, you will get eta 2 by eta 1 into cos theta T into EI naught minus eta 2 by eta 1 into cos theta T into ER naught. Now take EI components at one side and ER component at another side. You will get so take ER naught as common, eta 2 minus eta 1 cos theta T plus cos theta I is equals to, take A naught as common, you will get theta 2 minus theta 1 cos theta t minus cos theta I. So from this, E naught divided by A naught is equals to eta 2, take LCM, eta 2 cos theta t minus eta 1 cos theta I divided by eta 1 divided by, here also take LCM, eta 2 cos theta t plus eta 1 cos theta I divided by eta 1. Eta 1 will get cancelled. So from the definition of reflection coefficient, ER naught by EI naught is the reflection coefficient. Gamma parallel reflection coefficient is equals to ER naught by EI naught, that is equals to eta 2 cos theta t minus eta 1 cos theta I divided by eta 2 cos theta t plus eta 1 cos theta. This is the reflection coefficient for parallel polarization. Next, transmission coefficient. It's also tau parallel. So the transmission coefficient is defined as tau is equals to E T naught divided by E I naught. So we have 1 by eta 1 into E I naught minus E R naught is equals to E T naught divided by eta 2. So again we know that E R naught is equals to gamma 1 into E I naught. Substitute 1 by eta 1 into E I naught minus gamma into E I naught is equals to E T naught divided by eta 2. Take E I naught as common, 1 minus gamma, that is equals to E T naught divided by eta 2. Therefore, E T naught divided by E I naught is equals to gamma eta 2 divided by eta 1 into 1 minus gamma. This is transmission coefficient. So now here substitute gamma here, you will get, therefore tau parallel is equals to E T naught divided by E I naught is equals to eta 2 by eta 1 into 1 minus eta 2 cos theta t minus eta 1 cos theta I divided by eta 2 cos theta t plus eta 1 cos theta I. Take LCM, eta 2 by eta 1 into, if you take LCM it will become cos theta t plus eta 1 cos theta I minus eta 2 cos theta t plus eta 1 cos theta I divided by eta 2 cos theta t plus eta 1 cos theta I. So here eta 2 plus and minus will get cancelled. So eta 2 by eta 1 into eta 1 cos theta I plus eta 1 cos theta I, 2 eta 1 cos theta I divided by eta 2 cos theta t plus eta 1 cos theta I. Eta 1 will get cancelled. Therefore, tau 1 is equals to 2 eta 2 cos theta I divided by eta 2 cos theta t plus eta 1 cos theta I. So this is the transmission coefficient of parallel polarization. So if you observe, there you have derived the transmission and reflection coefficients here also. So there the transmission coefficient is 2 eta 2 by eta 2 plus eta 1. But here the transmission and reflection coefficient has been derived along with respect to angles. So why all these angles? In the sense, in order to get low losses or in order to get faithful EM wave propagation through a lossless medium, we need to incident the wave with certain angle. So depending upon this theta I only, theta R and theta T are going to be changed.